Hi, this is Debbie Skyrme. I'm Celebrant Spain, and I am super excited because I've got Esztella with me from Hojas de Amour, and she's going to talk about eco weddings. She's an eco wedding planner, the only one that I've come across, the only specialist I've come across in the whole of southern Spain. So I'm really excited. Esztella, tell me everything. I want to know all about you, everything.
Okay, so hi everyone, and thank you, Debbie, to invite me for this little interview. So my name is Esztella, and I'm a wedding planner, specializes in elegant, eco-friendly wedding here in southern Spain. So, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about the eco-friendly weddings, what eco-friendly weddings means, because lots of people and couples don't know. They think maybe it's more expensive, or it can't be that beautiful as traditional one. Maybe they think that it can sacrifice the beauty or the quality, but it's not true. It's a misconception. But before anything, I just want to let you know, like, why I decided to take the green side of the wedding industry. So this one is all coming from my childhood. I grew up in a small village in Hungary, next to the forests. So we always had lots of animals, and my parents taught me how to respect them. And my whole summer always spent in the forest. So that's why the nature and the animals are really close to my heart. So this is the passion of nature and the animals is coming from here. And the wedding industry, I have 12 years, more than 12 years hospitality experience behind me. And during these years, I attended many weddings, and I fell in love with the
Isn't it
wedding.
more eco-friendly to have a big wedding at home rather than get in an aeroplane and come to Spain for a destination wedding?
So lots of people are concerned about traveling, so they think that if they would like a eco-friendly wedding, it's not going to be eco-friendly because you have to travel. In one side it's true because you have to travel in, but if you think about having a local wedding with, for example, 100, 200 guests, all of these guests, they're going to eat, so like the food and the decoration, everything, so it's going to produce a much more and a huge amount of waste. If you compare this one with a small intimate or elopement wedding anywhere, like destination wedding, and of course if you have a destination wedding, then you can think about like make a vacation out of it, or do a pre honeymoon, so you can stay for longer here.
Yeah, so that is so true. I've had a lot of couples that have what they call a wedding moon. So wedding moon, you have your wedding while you're on holiday, and then you follow it with your honeymoon.
Exactly.
Yeah. So actually coming over here and having a destination wedding, having a small wedding, is lower carbon footprint than having a big wedding at home where you might generate a lot of waste.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah. Definitely. Out of interest, if there is waste over here in Spain, what happens to it if there's extra food left over, for example?
Or the leftover food and flowers, you can ask your catering then to pack, and you can take it and you give it to your guests. Or the other option is donate them to the local nursery or hospitals, and this is true with the leftover flowers.
So tell me a little bit more about the flowers and the florists. How can they be eco-friendly? Because surely all plants are eco-friendly.
So the flowers can be a really big waste if you cut a lot of flowers, which is not necessary to decorate your venue. So what I always tell to my couples, then choose a wedding venue, which is the outdoor wedding venue surrounded by nature. So this is already going to give you a beautiful backdrop that you don't need to cut flowers, like crazy amount of flowers. So this is the one thing, so you can already reduce on this one. And after, of course, that you will going to have like nice arch or centerpiece or the bridal bouquet. So this one you will need flowers, but always ask your florist to use the seasonal and the local flowers, because if they are not local or seasonal, then they're going to need shipping, and this one is going to cause a lot of carbon footprint. So with this one, using local one, you can reduce on this one the carbon footprint. Also ask always your florist to avoid the plastic, the same as the catering. So like the whole entire wedding, just avoid the plastic. And the other important is the floral foam. So lots of florists are using floral foam, which is like actually like really bad because they don't break down in the landfill and they are not reusable. And also they contain things which is like kind of dangerous to breathe in. So these are absolutely not eco-friendly.
So in the same way that you would ask your florist to use seasonal flowers, would you ask your caterer to provide seasonal food, force grown, and you have what they call food miles, where the food is transported over a long distance and causes a huge carbon footprint. So do you have caterers that will commit to using seasonal produce, local produce, for example?
Yes, I do have. I always ask the catering to work with that organic food, organic vegetables and fruits, and this is important as well. So it's the same, like seasonal and local, and try to avoid and try to strive to have a plant-based menu, because that one is more eco-friendly. Vegan diet produces almost 50% fewer the green gas emissions.
No way! Wow, that's an amazing statistic.
Crazy. So, and I just had to write it down, these things, because it's like I was reading and I said like, wow, so these facts are crazy. So the chicken breast takes over 735 liters of water to produce.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we can have eco-friendly florists, eco-friendly caterers. What about stationery products, for example, paper, invitations?
Yeah. Paper is another big thing. So now I would say like just try to avoid the traditional paper one, because like of course you need to cut the trees. The best one is the digital one, which is now is coming to be a trend in this year and the next years as well. So now you can already find the really beautiful ones, the digital one. If you are really insist on the physical one, my favorite one is the plant-based, the plantable seed paper one, which is really beautiful, amazing. So you give this one and they can after plant, and it's coming, like a flower or vegetable or even fruits can grow out.
The seed paper is also lovely as a gift for after the wedding, for example, like a wedding favor.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can plant it, and then you've got a lasting memory as the flowers or the plants grow. You've got a lasting memory of the wedding. I think that's beautiful.
So this is the other thing about the wedding favor, because lots of people, like the first thing that the couples don't need to feel obligated to give the name cards. Instead of the name cards, using paper name cards, you can use like potted flowers, like personalized spotted flowers, and then they can take it home. Yeah. So like a little organic little jar jam or honey or anything like that, or organic soaps, all of these things which is not going to end in the trash at the end.
So are you beginning to build up quite a good list of contacts of green suppliers, people that share the same ethos?
Yes, this is important, because working with like-minded suppliers, it makes a huge difference on the wedding planning. And as well, if couples are looking for an eco-conscious couple with like eco-friendly weddings and they need a professional, then I always say like choose a green wedding planner, because the green wedding planner understands exactly your values, and we can translate this value exactly into their wedding. So this is important. We always can give a lots of sustainable alternatives as well, what like maybe a traditional wedding planner don't know or doesn't know.
And so surely all of this is much more expensive than a traditional wedding.
Not because because just because you have eco-friendly options, this doesn't mean that it has to be more expensive. Like a plantable seed paper, they have the same price as the other, the normal traditional one. And after the just having a plant-based menu, it doesn't mean that a plant-based beautiful menu has to be more expensive than I don't know, like a piece of steak for 80 people, you know.
Yeah.
So So this is a misconception. So you can have a beautiful and elegant, eco-friendly wedding. You can decorate it, and you don't need like tons of decoration just to achieve an elegant, nice wedding.
Yeah.
So the minimalist, a table, you can decorate your table like just a few things, like a little greenery and like a nice gold cutleries can already give an elegant touch, a nice long candles, and you know, like the glassware, whatever you are using, a nice service. They are all little details, but at the end they give you a nice elegant touch, so you can achieve this glamorous aspects of the
you mentioned candles. What about at night time? What do you use for lighting? How can you be eco-friendly with your lighting at night time?
First of all, we always try to have like a daytime wedding, so we can, you know, like have a natural lights. But after, when it's getting dark, what we use is the fairy lights. That's one of the most eco-friendly one, and these are, you know, it gives you a super romantic atmosphere as well.
Yeah.
And apart of that, the candles. But the problem with the candles is that not every venue allowed to use candles. If you can, then I always say, like, you can try the soy candle, the beeswax, because they are more eco-friendly. They don't have paraffin.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are allowed to, if not, then we always say, like, yeah, the fairy lights, and you can use like LED candles, of course, because the LED is not.
I've heard recently of a local dress designer, wedding dress designer, and she's now offering to hire wedding dresses, to rent the wedding dress. And when I first got married, I rented my wedding dress. So I think that's a great thing that a bride could do for herself. And it also means you haven't got to have this great big carry-on luggage on the plane with your big wedding dress. You can rent something here. And a lot of couples as well are having what they call pre-loved. So wedding dresses that somebody else has worn. Because let's face it, you're only wearing it once for one day. So to buy somebody else's wedding dress is a, you know, very good idea. And I do that with all my outfits because I'm a celebrant and I always need to look smart. So I buy all my dresses on eBay. So mine are all second-hand, segunda mano, all of them.
Yeah, but on eBay and on Etsy, maybe, I don't know, as well, that you can find a beautiful wedding dress as well, and you can find like eco-friendly.
The florist in my village, she's very eco-friendly. She's very eco-minded. And when she got married, she wore her mother's wedding dress, but she kind of completely redesigned it. So it was her dress, but she, you know, she changed the look and changed the arms, but it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. So it was vintage, amazing lace and all this lovely detail and work, but she gave it a modern twist. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, this is the vintage that you said now. I just remember that really important. Just before you start to organize your wedding is the ring, which is another thing. So you can use the vintage ring, but about the diamonds. So we know that mining the diamonds, it's caused lots of water pollution and the carbon emissions as well. So, but you have an option for the diamonds, which is the lab-grown diamonds, and they are just using like the special Esztella. On Instagram there is a page which is called Ethical Diamond. So you can see there that all the diamond ring they have is absolutely beautiful. You can't tell that these are not real diamonds.
Yeah.
Or the other one is the vintage. So if your grandmother had a beautiful diamond ring or whatever reason, it's still good.
Yeah. You've given us so many things to think about. Couples are going to want to contact you. So where can they find you? How can they contact you?
They can contact me. They can find me on Instagram as the Hojas de Amour, or of course they can find me on my website, which is www.hojasdeamour.com. As an as well, if you are looking for on Google eco-friendly wedding planner in Spain, I am there on the first page as well. So
yes, because you're an expert and you're the first specialist eco-friendly wedding planner that I have spoken to. So you're very, very special.
Yeah, and also I offer a 30-minute free consultation. So, you know, like if someone would like to talk about and discuss about like how I can help, or if we are the right match, then they can book it, and then we can talk about how I can help and give some advice on the eco-friendly wedding.
Oh, that's brilliant. Esztella, thank you so much. It's been a real pleasure chatting with you. I'm Debbie Skyrme, Celebrant Spain. My website's celebrantspain.es, and if you go onto social media, just look for Celebrant Spain and you'll find me. So hopefully we'll be officiating and working together on eco-friendly weddings, and I just can't wait. It's going to be amazing. So thank you so much.